Hello everyone. So in today's video we are going to discuss how to design or create tables in MySQL Workbench using ER diagrams. So here we are going to design customer details tables, then the stock information, and also invoices, etc. So here we are going to create all this while creating inventory storage software. So what we have here, the bill book system is used to keep information. So we had the same this thing as in our previous video. This method has been used for a long time, but using this method will embarrass the shop owner and employees. The accountant working in the shop pointed out that to the shop owner the disadvantages of the bill book system. Disadvantages pointed out were the loss of bill books, damage to bill books, and the need for separate space for storing bill books. Because of these factors, the store owner realizes that the bill book system is now difficult and decides to use computer software. The software was developed by AISoft, a software company. Assume you work as a senior software engineer in this company. You and your team are tasked with creating a database of this software. Create a database. The required ER diagram to do this. Follow the instructions below and name the database as Earlier Shoe Center, which we have done in our previous video. And so now we need a product tables, product ID, auto increment primary key, integer, product name, then varchar 45, then the description as text, length 100, then the brand, type will be integer, brand name, then varchar 45. Then we have the GRN table, GRN ID, integer, GRN date, which will be date time. Then we have our quantity, so then quantity, unit price, selling price, then our stock table, stock ID, quantity, and then the selling price, and then we have our invoice table, so invoice ID, which will be primary key on auto increment, which will be integer, and also we'll be having the date time, and finally the invoice item table. So we have the invoice item ID, which will be integer, and the quantity, which will also be an integer. So yeah, let's create this database in our MySQL Workbench software. So let's create these new tables. So first we have to create a product table. So here we'll be having a product table, and basically it will be product ID, it will be an integer, product underscore ID, it will be primary key, auto incremented, then we'll be having the product name, product name, alright. Then this will be not now, and we'll be having the description, which will be of the data type text. We are going to set it to text. How much? Text 100. Yeah, text 100. And now we set it here. Then our next question asks us to create a brand table. Brand, so it should have a brand ID, which is a primary key, brand ID, primary key, auto increment, and the brand name. Alright, so that's created as well. Next we have to create a GRN table. GRN. So here we are going to have a GRN ID. So here it will be an integer, primary key, auto increment, and we are having the GRN date here as a date time. Date. Alright. So we're setting this as the data type date time. Alright, so then we're setting this as not now. We're supposed to do it for the other values as well. So this will also be not now. This will also be not now. Next we have to create a grn item table, grn underscore item. Alright, so that has been created now. So the grn item id will be the primary key, so it will be on auto increment as well. Alright, so then it will be having a unique price. We will be saving this as a double value, so we have double, and we have the selling price as well, so this one will be keeping as a double value as well. It will be not null. And next, a stock table. So we are going to keep a stock in this table, so the column name will be stock underscore id. It will be of the type primary key, auto increment. Alright, next the quantity, which will be an integer, this will be not null as well. And the selling price, which will be double will be the data type for this, and it will be not null as well. So we can put this all inside a layer. Let's keep product in the center, grn here, stock here, grn item here. Alright, almost done. Okay, now let's put this inside a layer. So let's name this layer stock details, product details. Let's give this color to it. Let's give a lighter shade. Okay, next we have to create another two more tables. So this one will be called the invoice table. Invoice, this will be of the column name invoice id, which will be the primary key on auto increment. Alright, then the date, we'll be having this as a date time. This will be not null as well. So yeah, we have this done. This should be product. This table name should be product instead of product ID. Alright, so yeah, and to create our final table, we create it as invoice item, that's the name given to us, and it will have the name invoice item ID, invoice item ID as the first column, which will be primary key on auto increment, and a quantity, which will be an integer. Alright, so this is done. Let's put this also inside a layer just to keep it neat. So yeah, we can name this as invoice details, and give it a light red color. Okay, and yeah, so basically that is it for this question. These are the tables which we have to add, and we've added these into layers. and in our next question I think we'll be discussing how to form the relationships between these tables. And thank you for watching this video.